Alright, so we're on day 7 of the new map seed, Be Quick or Be Dead. And tonight will be the first horde night. And Twitch was having problems last night, so we missed day 6. It just wouldn't load. But we did find some kind of city. We haven't even checked it out. And we are going to set up a base right on the outside of it. I'll show you on the map when we load in. There's a water source nearby. There's the town. Plenty of roads. So we're going to set up a quick base just to store some of our stock at. So here's what we have for our base. Not much. A little hole in the ground. Now day 7, 9 o'clock in the morning. There's a house over there. We don't want to set up too close or our items don't disappear if it resets with the map. So here's where we're going to set up base. We got a clay deposit, plenty of water. There's the house on the screen. The road wraps all the way around. We haven't explored anything over here. And right here is the town. So here's some kind of town right here. Like I said, we haven't explored it yet, so we're not too far off. Quick walk into it. We do know this is the burnt out area full of dogs. And here is the snow biome. I originally, on day 1, I spawned in right here. Traveled this way. And this area right here was a huge drop off. I was not able to get down it. It goes straight down. So we found the edge here of the burned out biome. Led into the desert biome, which led into some forest biome. So we haven't explored very much of the map at all. We did make it this far. Here's the end of the map here, the edge of the map. Got the trader over here. Believe is this a trader here? So there's the second trader. Pretty close by. We could get there in a day, half a day. And here is our original trader that we did not visit, but we know he's there. So yeah, we at least got 2 traders. Nice little triangle here. Water. There's the town. So we're going to set up for our first horde night. Just need to put some... Obviously our beds are still above ground and everything. We're going to want to move those down here. We're going to just put some spikes around. And hopefully they leave us alone for the first horde night. It's got a simple hatch here. And here's where I started, so I'm going to have to widen this out, make room for the beds. Going to need a lot of wood for the spikes. Clay deposit should be right here next to us. Yep, so we're right on top of the clay deposit, all of this area here. So if we wanted to, we could dig up some clay, go ahead and make cobblestone base, but we're already coming up on 12 o'clock for the first horde day. So I think we're just going to be underground. Get some more wood. Once we have enough wood, we'll widen out. There's a zombie nearby. We'll go ahead and widen out our little underground hole for the horde night. Didn't get any seeds out of that. Replant. Right. Let's go to our tools traps. Very many. Yeah, let's do... Start off with 14. Comes today's airlift. Airdrop. That's not too far. I think we'll get that tomorrow. Hopefully it's not in water. Oh, got some seeds back on that one. We'll plant those back so we don't have to go too far in the future to get more wood. So those will grow into some big trees eventually. Alright. Let's get down the ladder. That up. Alright, so we're just going to be digging out our little hole here. So what I want to do, this is going to be our center pole. We'll be 9 wide in every direction. So right now we are 1, 2, 3 that way, so we need to go 1 more. It will be, yeah, so center pole is 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 that way, 4 that way. That will give us our 9 by 9. You know what? I think I am wearing a leather duster. Let's take that off since we're hot. We already have 8. Just gonna cancel that for now. Gonna make a couple of these. That way we don't have to cancel in the future. Okay, we're at 1300. Hopefully we can get this wide enough to come put our beds down here for the first horde night. Just in case they do come down, or if they wreck the beds upstairs, we don't end up respawning in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of horde night. Should be able to put 2 beds right here side by side. And I did put the first unlockable level of skill points into Miner 69er. Just so that our mining, we get more back. We're now getting about 2 rocks per swing versus none or 1. And it's a little bit faster. And as we go, I will continue to add points into Miner 69er. Just so that as we continue to build our base underground, it'll go a lot faster and easier for us. So what we want to do is have this a multi-tiered, like I said, a 9x9, multi-level. This first level here will probably end up being just some boxes for storing all of our items. Then we'll have a level for like the beds. Go ahead and scrap that. We'll have a level just for our beds. And further down, maybe on the 3rd level, we're going to go ahead and put the forge, campfire, all the heat signature stuff. Just to help prevent having so many screamers and mini hordes throughout the day coming over. Especially since we're by a city. The zombie activity by a city is already going to be higher than normal. So if we can put our heat-based items a little further down in the ground, that should help us just keep a lower profile. So we'll have the 9x9 around that on block 10 and 11, possibly 10, 11, 12. Perimeter will have like a mini freefall pit. So any zombies that do come, they will hit that pit. This is our wall here. They will fall down. This will be the columns. See them falling down, hear them falling down. And we can just pick them off. They reach the bottom, usually they'll have broken limbs. If not, sometimes they do die. But if not, they'll have broken limbs, legs, taking bleed damage. Make it a little easier on ourselves in the long run. That in the hopper. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll have 4 that way, so that's our 9. So let's go ahead and move our beds down. Bed. And I'm going to take as many items as I can. Just to start moving our items down here where we're safe. A lot of bedrolls. They had that many. Let's put a bed there. If it will. It's not going to go where I want it. We got to widen that out a little. That'll work. All right. And then we need. Let's go ahead and wear this just to make space. Chest. there. Alright, let's see. We're gonna move. I guess I needed that. That right now. Don't need a shovel right now. Alright, that'll work. Let's go get the rest of our stuff. Come on. And just to organize, you can go up here, sort container, sort it in its own method there, but it will be the same every time. We'll lay some spikes out. Some more spikes. Up some of these so they don't get wrecked. Let's go get a couple more wood going. Okay, got a couple more hours left, so we need to get going on this. That takes almost all of our wood, so let's collect a little bit more just so we have enough to make some wood frames, repair the hatch if they do attack, that kind of thing. Always like having some on hand. Threw my other one in the chest on accident. Oh, we're still waiting. Make the dead wood's easy to collect, one hit. Might as well get it while you're out. Overheating. Let's still have my duster on. Did get one. Plant that back closer to our base. All this dead wood. Miss it, whatever. spikes. Time for our first night here. Back this way. I don't want to get too far away. Points. We're going to probably use that back into minor 69 again. Hopefully, just discourage anybody from coming down. The first horde isn't too bad. We'll walk around for a while. We use this chainsaw on zombies as well. Faster that is than the axe. It is a lot louder. It'll attract zombies more than using an axe, but they're much less realize. Especially early on. It counts as a mining tree. Going through a gas pretty quickly, though. You can see there in the bottom right-hand corner. We haven't collected any gas yet. We're going to end it there. Let's keep some handy if we need it. This. By our base. Okay. Some more spikes out. That's the corners at a double roll. That up. Wreck that. Okay, we're on our last spike and then we'll go underground for the night. Plant those. Some pine trees. Spot for them. Any empty spot will do. Good. Of course, our corners here, they do like to get stuck on corners. That can be a weak spot of any base. We'll leave that light out just so we can see when we come out. Alright, and we're going to lock this up. Or close it up, we don't need to lock it. Dump our get full here. And it does have, if you look here, the smell range. Our total smell of our belt, 30. So we're going to eat these or store them. We don't want to attack zombies right now. We do have more seeds here we can plant in the morning. Store our chainsaw there. Fill up here. Our needs met while we're just sitting around. Store those, we don't need them. Alright, so here's our hole for Horde Night 1. Go out one more block this way. 1 hour left. Just gonna sit down, crouch. I did have some iron in the box. I could go reinforce our hatch. Pick up the torch that I have lighting us down here as well. That would help take some more of our heat signature away. So crouching in the torch. Ways to help, and of course not making noise. For how many blocks down we are? At least 10. Or right at 10 maybe. So they should bypass us. But if we go deeper, 20, 30, or hit the bedrock at the bottom where you can't dig anymore, would be the best place to be. Get to the very bottom. You can be mining all night. You can have your forge running. Nobody is going to. Not that far down. Far enough down. But not far enough that we want to have our fire pit going. Alright, it is day 1 horde night. Crouch down. Since it is horde night, I'm gonna say we are hunted. Gonna go ahead. Make sure we have a. Hear them hitting our spikes upstairs. Up there. In case anybody comes down. Now we are close to the city. We are close to the city, so we might get more aggressive zombies on this night. But if they do fall in, fall right here. Have to take them on. And again, we could just put up blocks like that to kind of block off our ladder. So they'll fall in, have to go through our blocks just to get to us. How far they get. Oh, but if you look up at the hatch, you can see. Had to have gone through the spikes, so he's legless. Circling around him. They cannot dig straight down. So even though he is on top of the hatch, they can't dig straight down. But the durability of the hatch can be lessened over time on accident just by them romping on it, moving around, falling on it. See? We feel like it's getting too much damage. Have could run up there. Right now that's only wood. Only upgraded with wood, the hatch. If we wanted to, we could run up there right now. Like there's at least 2. But we could run up there. Force it with some iron. Just for peace of mind. I said they're just on top of it, and if you listen, you don't have the wood breaking sound. So they aren't digging through the hatch. Go ahead and make some arrows while we're sitting as well. Gotta have more feathers. Can't see anymore. More bacon and eggs. Want to make a fire? We got enough bacon and eggs. So we can plant trees. Could make some more. One more torch, I believe. But we could also use the fat to make flaming arrows later on, so we might start stockpiling that. Store iron. About 4 hours to go in here. Don't sound too happy that they can't get to us. Okay, it is going to be 1 a.m. on day 8. Couple more hours to go. So in the morning, we will continue digging our 9x9. See it right now, can we? 9x9. Finish this side here. Push it out that way. Eventually remove this block there and go down again for our next layer, our next level. And we need to ease back. 34 torches. So some of those in here for safekeeping. Just turn that off just so we don't double down. We done with our first horde night. Said the first one's pretty easy. Don't have a huge horde. They're not super aggressive. We don't have ferals. Usually don't have dogs, cops. Again, those guys won't dig down, but having the dogs that jump around back and forth, up and down, they will do damage to the hatch. Ferals take a long time to kill with just spike damage, so they will run straight through your spikes, take out a bunch of them, let more zombies pile up there, which do more damage. And of course the cops, if they're wandering around up there and they decide to explode or belch, that wooden hatch will be gone. And then the zombies that would normally get stuck there will just fall straight down. So early game, that hatch is okay. Later on, that is not going to hold. Being underground would be safe, but you will need to make that out of the iron. Forged iron, I believe. That's what it is. Like the vault hatch or something. Vault door, vault hatch, I don't know. And once we have this built out, we have the free fall pit going around our entire base. They won't even come to the hatch. They will fall down before they even get that far. We'll be able to pick them off. Like I said, the walls here will be columns instead of solid dirt or stone. And when they fall, we'll just be able to pick them off as they fall. Collect or loot the bodies once we've killed them. We could be building down here. We could have the forge running 24/7. It wouldn't matter because if they tried to get to us, they'd fall in our pit. But that's also going to take a while. And we will want the flooring can be wood, but our walls will eventually want to have to cement and concrete. Just because when they do fall, if they don't die, they're going to be swinging away at our pillars, at our columns, and eventually they will break through. Okay, so as soon as morning hits, we will head on to day 8. Work on our base. Maybe we'll head to the town and see what that has. Work on our base at night. So that was our morning chime. Day 8, and you can see the blood coming through from injured zombies and also horde. The horde night zombies they actually die out, so these are just regular zombies here. Oh, and they did break through, so damage here. And they just block the hole for us. Kill them as they come down. What else did we have up there? A nurse. All the way down. And we have a long arms. And if you see, they're all missing limbs. There are spikes. That guy's already dead. They're all missing their legs or their arms. Still got some of them. Quite a few from coming in. Featured girl. This guy. Nice pile of bodies to check when we're done here. Just keep shooting them. Go upstairs and take care of them. Seem getting stuck on their way down, so we might died on the way down. Some up there. Looks like a couple bodies disappeared here. Our bone shiv. Our food in here. Clean this up and we'll start. Yeah, the bodies are disappearing. So lost out on some loot. There's still some up there. A new hatch. Stick that back up there where they wrecked it. We'll do that on infected. Let's use some honey. We've got tons of it. Go. All better. Right, so that was Horde Night 1. Day 8. I'm going to save it here. Yes, I want to. Okay. Start day 8 next time.